Hello.
Hi.
So, Cherise Silvestri, welcome to our TweetFest interviews.
Thank you so much.
Delighted to have you. Now, we've known each other for a very long time, but you can imagine my delight when you started appearing in some of the short films that were in the competition this year. Yay.
Yes.
And how exciting that I think you may be the only actress that is in 2 films that are now in the actual festival. So they're an official selection. Same time next week, and also hankybox. So,
Right. And I
yeah.
take it as a very high compliment. I was very surprised to have 2 films it was wonderful. Wonderful.
Now, did you know that both were in? Obviously, you're a producer on hankybox. You're one of the producers as well as the actor.
Yes.
But did you know that Same Time Next Week was also being submitted into the festival?
I actually did, because when I had submitted Hankerbox, I had mentioned to Gigi, because I saw that this year you had a lockdown category, and
Yes.
she has been submitting Same Time Next Week to some small festivals here and there, and she's been doing very well with it. And so I said, you know what, there's a lockdown category, and she's like, oh, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it.
That's great. We would never have done it, but it was just such a weird year, and suddenly we went, oh, hold on, like the only films that are going to be made are those. And we wanted to donate some of the money that was raised from the lockdown films to charity as well, to help the film industry. So, it may not be huge amounts of money, but whatever it is, it's still contributing to something. And it's also just a really great chance to recognize all these filmmakers like Gigi that are stuck at home, and rather than just sitting around being miserable, they're actually making content, like good, interesting, fun content. Or sad. Sometimes they're sad, but yeah.
And in the case of Gigi's film too, it was her first attempt at. She's never actually done something from a directing and a creative perspective.
Yeah.
And so I think she knocked it out of the park.
So this is her directorial debut, isn't it? With this short, yeah. And then, have you directed ever?
I haven't. Well, yes and no. I've directed scenes for theater shows and things like this. Directed while I was working on board a cruise ship. We were doing theater on board a cruise ship for a while.
Cool.
So I have done little directing things here and there, but I haven't taken that leap into film directing yet.
Okay. But do you think it's something you do maybe at some point?
It's possible. It's definitely possible, because I see it more and more as I get more mature. So.
Oh, darling, what are you? What, 25, 30?
Bless you.
we mature like fine wine, don't we?
Right, that's right.
So tell me more about hankybox, because you produced it and you were really involved in this, like the creative process, and also Abby's in it again. So you've got Abby Lucas directing. Now, we had her in our film festival a couple of years back with the other amazing one. You two work together, so you've worked together multiple times now. So you've obviously found your pairing. You're like a really good match there. Who came first? Did Abby come first, or did you come first? How did the project come about?
This one I approached Abby for, because of course, like you say, I've worked with her before many times, actually, on a film of Billy V's, the Testing Greta, that was in 2018. So
brilliant.
And that worked out really well for us. Was wonderful to work with both of them. And she made a funny comment, actually. She said, isn't it funny that you were in Testing Greta, you were playing somebody that didn't immediately recognize the signs of abuse, and now you're kind of playing the abuser. So,
yeah.
Which, yeah. But yeah, so I approached her. Ross Howard, who wrote it, I also approached him. And this is a project that he sent to me, that he said, look, I'm not writing anything at the moment, he says, but this is a project that I had talked to Abby about in the past, and maybe it would interest you. And of course it did, because I do love Ross's writing, and he's normally a playwright, fabulous playwright.
Brilliant.
And so what we decided that was, because of the content of this film and the characters, it's brilliantly comedically dark, which we love.
Very dark, yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, we decided let's do it.
Cool.
So,
and then how do you get? So did you raise some money as well for this project?
Yes, and in fact, we decided to go with GoFundMe because it's ongoing.
Mm-hmm.
And when the first lockdown hit, that was when we had already had sort of our first push before, long before that. but we still were sort of heading into the post-production phase, which we kind of needed some extra funding for. And it's an ongoing thing. So people can still donate if they want to, say, contribute towards festival entries and things like that. But luckily, we have been able to finish it, and we're very happy with it.
That is exciting, isn't it? Like the fact, just finishing the project and knowing no matter what. Now, also as an actor, it must be really satisfying as well, because the amount of times we get involved in projects and they sound really exciting, or they're about to start filming and something happens, or this happens, or the location disappears, or they make the film and then you never see it actually finished. You must be really proud.
Yes, yeah. I mean, and it's just nice to be involved in a project that, you know, you are involved in sort of multiple roles. This is the first time I've really done the producing side of things, and so it's just nice to see it from, you know, concept to completion. That's really.
And so, what do you think about being a producer?
It's, you know, what's very funny is that another director friend of mine in Los Angeles, she said to me, she says, "I think you'd make a great producer." I was like, "Really?" But yeah, I mean, I don't think it's easy by any stretch. No. I admire producers greatly. I mean, I think, of course, everyone's role in this process is vital, and the more I sort of explore other roles in the process, the more I can appreciate each one. You know, it's amazing.
So I guess this is that question you just have to ask an actor who's producing. Do you think it's the direction that we need to go in now? As actors, we need to be producing. Do you think it's really a useful, another hat that we should be wearing?
I think it's useful on many levels. I think it's useful partly because there's so much content out there.
Yeah.
And of course, especially look at times in like lockdowns or whatever you're dealing with, if you feel like you're not getting out there, getting seen, this is a way to get out there and get seen, you know, when you're just starting out, or even someone who's more seasoned and wants to do a passion project. I mean, I definitely, you know, when you get fully involved like that, there's more of you in it. And I think that you have, like I say, a more of appreciation for the other roles. Maybe there is some, you know, a way to find, oh, I really like producing, or, oh, directing suits me almost better than acting, or whatever it might be. You know?
That's true.
So it's that exploration, I think, is always valuable.
Yeah, and then as a bonus, if you happen to get another career out of it, then our government would be happy. Right. Or just stuck that in there. Stuck that in. Well, best of luck with the festival. I'm really excited. It's now live on Best Home for people to buy tickets, and of course, everyone who watches the screenings can also vote. So that means that any of the films that are screened during the festival could possibly win the highly coveted audience award. So that's exciting. You might end up being in a film that is voted the best one. So yeah, congratulations on being in 2 films. I can't wait to watch it during the live festival next week. You're a champion.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me on. And like I said, after seeing the lineup, I'm very excited about this festival. So thrilled.
And and we'll play the trailer after this so that everyone can see hankybox.
Oh, brilliant.
Yeah, and well, they'll also get to see same time next week. Say that quickly in a sentence. So lovely to have you along, Cherise.
Thank you so much, Angela. I really appreciate it.
Cool. Bye.
What are you doing here?
I'm waiting for someone. They're called Yorkshire Torture 75. I met them on eBay. They're buying what's in the box.
Tell me what's in the bleeding box.
Are these them, eh?
Can't believe you're selling these. Give me the box. I want to see what's in the box.
Hold on. You had your chance and you made your choice. Let someone else have a go with them. Plus, I paid for them by PayPal, so it's tough titty.